What's your opinion on his house? It looks kind of it looks kind of nice compared to
what a woodsman house
walls
would be.
made of a dark wood.
Mahogany.
Yeah, so Niltaor, what is this? Yep.
And it's alright. It works.
Okay.
I say, come on, guys. And just.
So you're walking up to the you're up to the house, Niltaor. Do you put your steed away, or do you just like park it outside?
Actually, that's like a limited.
It only lasts an hour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duration 1 hour.
All right. So your steed is gone. You've been
I'm just
walking. You've had to walk the rest of the way.
Can just recast it.
Okay. So yeah, you've been recasting it this whole time, but it's kind of an inefficient method.
As a ritual.
Yeah. So
Ritual
cast it as a
stuff.
ritual. Yeah. It takes some concentration for you. Wait, it is a ritual?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's that whole recast it every hour thing? You don't have to do that in a ritual.
I don't.
Not so much. Not when we're going like literally hours to get here.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's what your concentration. Although your concentration wasn't focused on the landscape, it was focused on maintaining your ride. Now you feel. Let's see. How do you feel after all that? That's Constitution. You just spent the whole time trying to maintain the steed. So that says
Concentrate.
buff 15. Say what? Yeah. Was there? Okay, so
Don't
yeah,
worry.
that's a tiring event. That's just
Don't. I have a place you can sit. I have a couple places you can sit on if you need it. Now you open my door and walk in.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, so you didn't
I'm
sense
over
anything outside, but there's definitely something different about the inside of your house. So in the water lake, you see that it looks like it's got some sort of tree growth growing around it now. Where before it was just an open water, and now it's like this strange tree growth now growing there.
I'll take a look at that.
So everyone, like, Marky's on guard, although he knows this place is non-hostile, he's got, Niltaor, you gotta keep moving, you gotta keep up with us.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so
Take
you
a
walk
seat,
in, you're taking a seat somewhere. I don't know, just find a spot where you think that looks like a seat. This is you trying to use your perception. It's like, alright, he said there's seats here, so
You can sit on something.
where are these seats that he's talking about? Okay, so it's kind of hard, because a lot of these things look like they're not really designed to be seats. It's just a bunch of branches, really. Random branch growth growing in the house.
I point to where a chair is that I made myself. Very sturdy, made of mahogany.
So yeah, you're doing that, and there's still the strange plant growth.
I'm investigating that.
Okay, so you're getting too close because it goes around. It's a pretty massive growth. So what do you do? I mean,
I'm gonna do an Arcana check. See if there's any magic among this.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Damn it!
So there's definitely some magic. You can't identify what type of magic though. But there's magic flowing off it, so.
I'm gonna dispel the magic there.
Okay, so as soon as you try that, the tree comes alive.
Whoa there!
Oh shit.
So like you see the branches start to move, like you're basically about to cast a dispel magic, and you see the trees start to come alive, and you see it starts collecting in the shape of a serpent. Like you see that the head was actually upwards. It was if you look up, and then you see that the head was actually right above you.
Tranquility.
Yeah. So, well, hold on. It's like
Tranquility ward.
So it says that it's like, is that really necessary? You're so quick to cast so much magic. I mean you no harm. It's like, you are a druid. You're supposed to remain calm, tranquil. Is that not why you established tranquility on this domain?
Yes, but I did not expect magic to be in my house
It's like,
today.
It's like magic is all around your house. This place is a focus point of magic. Why would it not be in your house?
Well, especially around my water source.
It's like,
don't know.
It's like, I'm not damaging your water source. Have rest assured of that.
Your name?
Okay.
And
It's
your
like, I do
reason?
not have one. I know that I am simply a tree.
Do you wish to have a name?
No.
Okay. What do you want me to call you then?
It's like, you don't need to call me anything.
Then how am I supposed to talk to you?
Well, we are talking to each other right now, are we not?
Ignore that statement. Whatever. Your reason for being
Yeah,
here?
So, it's like, I'm not quite sure. And you see that he's starting to slither. Like, clearly you're disturbed that he's in the water source, so he's moving out of the water source. It's like, I'm not quite sure.
You can keep your roots in the source, just not...
Yeah, so, it's like, I've collected as much as I need already.
Okay. So,
Friend of yours, Spicoli, and nonchalantly asked.
Say what?
Spicoli is a friend of yours.
I have no idea what
It's like, I have not met the man until I got here. I simply grew from this well. And I've been growing for the past couple of months.
Months.
So,
Did I... Yeah,
it's like,
accidentally...
only recently
some
did it do a
magic
rapid
spell.
change. Maybe the last 3 weeks. The warding magic was shifted somehow, and I guess I was the result.
Well, I fixed it, but... I
It's
mean,
like,
how are
but
you
not
feeling?
before I came into existence.
How are you feeling?
It's like, I don't know. How would a tree monster feel?
Good, I suppose. Depending. Have you been getting enough nutrients and water?
It's like, yeah. It's like, not entirely. It's been sporadic. I get the feeling someone tried to poison your lands.
Damn Legion, I bet.
It's like, well, if I don't know the names of them. They didn't look like anything I've seen before, though. But then again, that's many things.
I just have one question for you. Did they look like they wore a lot of black?
It's like, I didn't get to see outside of this house. How would I know what they look like?
Give me a minute, I'm gonna go talk with the plants.
Okay, so...
I go outside and talk with the plants.
And so, like, he's looking at Niltaor, it's like, strange friend you keep.
Hello.
Okay, so... So, and he's all slithering towards you, it's like, and his head leans down and he smells you. It's like, you smell of... magic.
Ours.
And... 2 mines?
Yeah.
Not 1?
Three if you count the other one.
Yeah, so... It's like, but where... Like, he's looking around you, and it's like, but where is the other one?
I will point, but I guess put out my hip, I guess, and show him the rapier.
It's like, a sword. Interesting.
While that happens, I'm gonna speak with the plants and say, has anyone seen anything strange happening recently?
Oh, they have not seen anything strange.
Have they seen any, like, black wearing people? No? Not at all?
Not within the lands, but there's a good chance they were outside of the lands, meaning if they were to cast the spell, they not only tried to conceal their presence, but they did it from as far away from the ward as possible. So that they would avoid detection.
Has
Can I use
anyone
some-
seen the ward be misplaced or anything?
Yeah, everybody's seen that by now. Everyone's seen that the ward magic has shifted, that's why you had to correct it.
Well, how's everyone feeling now after I fixed it?
It's the same thing. It's like, they felt like the land was approaching corruption.
Glad I was able to fix it at least.
So, anyway, back to Niltaor. It's like, he's... I don't know, he kind of loses interest after that. It's like, alright, so you're an interesting curiosity. You have 2 souls. You have you, and then there's the sword, and then I guess he gets bored with that. So he starts to slither, basically slithering back to the water spot, and he's just redepositing himself there.
I'm gonna use Unseen Servant as a leg rest, basically, just so you know.
Okay, well. So now you have a leg rest, so you're just chilling around. Spicoli, now what? I mean, somebody tried to corrupt your lands.
In there right now.
Can I do anything to track footprints of any type?
Okay, so you could try Arcana to see if you can actually figure it, but you'd have to try Arcana somewhere on the borders of your lands to see if there's any traces that there is another. So you're gonna Arcana, and you're gonna check. Let's see what the challenge rating is. Okay, you have to do above 20. So whoever's this magician is very powerful. So there's almost, it's like you check all the borders as much as, let's see, how long does this take? You take a full hour just checking the borders of your land for any sort of unnatural magic in the area, but you can't find anything. There doesn't seem to be any.
Is there any footprints?
Okay.
Damn it.
Footprints.
God.
So there are clear signs of passage, though. So they may have shielded themselves magically, but it doesn't seem like physically they're very adept at it. So this is going to be, and let's roll it. So of course it'd be that direction. So this is towards the west.
What happens in the west?
What happens in the west stays in the west. No, it's the west. To the west of here is Deadspan. So, but that makes little sense because it's like,
because
so Olga, she's an expert tracker. So it's like, these tracks are heading to the west, but I bet you they're going to knife around. Meaning these tracks aren't going to be heading in the same direction the whole time. Maybe they thought that we'd follow it to people would think it's an insane risk to go to the west. That, what enemy would come from the west?
Well, I found out there's tracks.
Okay, so.
And some other bullshit.
Okay, so now what? I mean,
Where and what kind of tracks?
Footprints kind of tracks. Excuse me, I need to fix a few things in my house before I set out.
Okay, so.
I do so.
So he's it's like, I will remain here.
Keep an eye out for me.
Okay, so it's like, well, you don't exactly have any windows on this shack. I can't really see outside.
I don't like using glass, but I'll try later.
Okay, so. Okay, so you guys are going to gather up and you're going to go on an adventure. Again.
How low is my ceiling, by the way?
Let's see. It's not that low. It's pretty high up.
If I create a hole in the ceiling, will this thing be able to pop its head out?
It's not that tall. It can't reach that high. It'll kind of struggle, like maybe it'll put its snout out, but it's like its eyes can't see out of that.
Damn.
It's not that tall. It's kind of it's a large creature, but it's not that large.
Here, I'll create little like eye holes that he can peek through on like every corner of the house.
Okay.
So it covers a wide range.
So it kind of, as you're making eye holes, it kind of slithers up and looks out them. It's like, very constricting, but they'll do.
They're eye holes. I just need to keep an eye out.
It's like, was that a joke?
Not intentionally.
Anyway, so are we moving out, or are we just gonna keep going here?
Fixing things in my house.
So,
am I done?
Well, so it'll take about 2 hours. Nothing's really wrong with your house, but you're just doing an OCD type of thing. It's like you have a feeling that something, the house has been undisturbed since you left. So everything is exactly the same as you left it, but I guess your paranoia kicks in and you think, alright, something's wrong with it. Just because there's this strange snake creature inside your house. So, for 2 hours you just go over and see everything, like every little nook and cranny is still exactly as you left it.
Okay. And I'm doing so, and I clean it a little bit as I go.
So Marky, he takes that downtime to meditate. Olga's just kind of looking around, so this is what a hermit's house looks like.
Well, I specifically built this in my eyes, so.
It's like, it's not as dirty as I thought it would be.
Yeah, I try to keep it nice. Dirt stays on the outside. Hey, water.
So,
water
so Niltaor, you're still kicked back. What did you do for 2 hours? Just kind of kick back and sit there?
Relaxing, chilling out, catching his breath.
Yeah, that relaxed enough to, I guess, when I was keeping up my steed for 4 hours or something like that.
So it's a short rest, a little bit of... Yeah, it's not a lot of time. Like, you catch your wind, but it's not enough to really feel rested. I mean, it was only 2 hours.
Okay, guys, let's head out to west, and then it'll probably snake somewhere.
Okay. Let me grab all of you. So, now we're moving back to the world map.
Olga, can you do me a favor? And,
back of the world map. Hold up. So we moved from there to there, and now she said, now that you guys said you're gonna go to the west. So this time Olga's leading because she's the one following the tracks.
Is she running on all fours?
I don't know. Do you guys think you can keep up? Like, that's her question to you. Is like, do you think you can keep up with going my pace?
I turn into a horse.
Okay, so... And that's Marky, obviously. He's going to ride you, because he doesn't have a mount.
I could try and get Niltaor on.
Yeah. Niltaor, do you want to ride Spicoli, or do you want to ride
your
own horse?
Because I'm a war horse. I can handle two people.
Okay, so... No, he's going to ride his own, even though, that'll put you at disadvantage in a fight, because if you have to concentrate for a long time to do it. And then your concentration, if you do encounter a combat, there's going to be a concentration problem. Because so what happens is you start moving to the west. Hold on, let me roll encounter. So you're moving at a slow pace because you don't want to lose anything. So you go 18 miles that way, and then the tracks just stop. Like you're 18. Oops.
I'm going to do an Arcana check and a Survival check again.
Alright, so you can roll from your pages, so...
Damn it.
Yep. Because the rolls are vicious.
Come on, B5.
Or
come on.
Several.
Come on, B5. Come on, B5. Come on, B5.
Okay, so what, challenge? Okay, so...
Yes!
You definitely feel there's magic in this area. It's coming from the south now. It's not really coming from... So, now it seems like that it's shifting. It's going from physical tracks to magical tracks. Like, they're shifting their patterns.
Am I able to follow?
Like, so pretty much at that point, Olga loses the trail. It's like, this isn't possible. The trail just dies right here.
I can feel the...
Okay, so now you're going to lead the group. You have to move at a slow pace because you're trying not to give yourself away, as well as... Like, you're not giving yourself away, you're moving in stealth, and you're trying to look at all the tracks. So you have to move at a slow pace.
Trying to feel it out.
Okay, so you have to roll encounter. It's your turn to roll encounter again. Niltaor's just kind of along for the ride. Okay, so still nothing. Just so you travel a little bit more south. You parallel to the river. You're following the magical signal, and then it just dies out. Let's see, does it shift back to... It shifts back to physical tracks again.
So, survival checks.
Hold up, so... Now this is Olga's the one who's... so it's almost like they're making a circle. They're going now to the east.
Trying to lose people that
So it's like, it's like she's commenting to herself. It's like, nice trek. Shifting between two sets of tracks.
Too bad we got 2 types of tracking.
So, okay, so now you're moving to the east. That's her roll encounter. Moving at a slow pace. So you encounter an entity in that area. So let me get that map set up.
Luckily, it's friendly. But we don't know that yet. Could be a chaotic friendly entity.
There's a lot of things it could be.
But it has to be friendly.
It doesn't have to be.
It says friendly.
Doesn't mean it's just the friendly, though. That's one of the catches there. It's like, it could be an enemy fighting a friendly unit. It could be a friendly fighting an enemy unit. It could be they're outnumbered. It could be they're not outnumbered. It's not always going to be just, here's a friendly unit. That's just saying that's what you see in the vicinity. That's the first thing you're going to encounter is a friendly entity.
Oh.
So you arrive from... And Niltaor, you're using your own steed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for the sake of this, I'm not going to try to replicate the steed every time, because it, it comes up, it vanishes, comes up, vanishes. So, we're back in the forest. Olga's on point, because she's the one who's kind of trying to keep a low profile. So you're all in stealth, you're trying to move as quietly as possible. So, like, she's moving along, and then she raises a hand, and she tells you, stop. Just,
Whispered, Marky, get off.
Yeah, so what's her perception like?
I whispered Marky to get off.
Okay, so...
Slowly.
Yeah, Marky, you have to... Marky got off, and then Niltaor, you have to... You desummon your steed, or what are you doing? Because he's saying, you need to be quiet,
yeah,
so...
You just desummon it.
Okay, so you desummon the steed.
I'm back into normal.
That's odd.
Hmm?
It's supposed to... There's supposed to be perception here. That's peculiar. Like, she has perception in her skill list, but it's not actually there.
Do you know what it is?
Just
D20 plus it. Should be trained for her, especially.
Yeah, it's on her skills, but I mean... it's not on her skills, that's the problem. So let me reopen it.
Just use wisdom and proficiency.
That's the... Nah, I want to get the macro working. So that I don't have to do... That's the reason we have the macros to begin with, is so I don't have to do that. I guess for perception, they don't have that. Odd. Or that, or you have to roll something else in order to get that. Oh well. Let's just go classic. So she's having a hard time piercing, and it's like, it looks like it's a dense forest. It's like she's trying to be stealthy at the same time, look around, but whoever it is up ahead, they're trying, like, it looks like they're trying to stay incognito. So you do see it though. Like, because you have both, you have the Arcana check, which is whoever's out there has somewhat of a magical aura. Not a huge aura, but it's more subtle, and it's like either they're trying to hide it, or they're not that powerful to begin with.
Is there any, like, other entities in the...
Okay, so do you sense any other... That's another perception check, so... Sensing other entities. Okay, so there's definitely something else there. There's quite a few entities in this area, but...
I'm gonna wave my hand over the area and dispel magic.
So... by doing so, you will give yourself away, and your stealth position will be known to everyone who can detect the spell that you cast. So are you still going to go through with the spell?
I'm gonna say there's a lot of people there and wait with the spell magic.
That's like, and Olga looks back, it's like a lot. How many is a lot?
Am I able to count?
Are you able to count? Yes. So you could tell there's at least 7 people there.
7.
Yeah, so it's like, alright, so She engages stealth, which is compared to what?
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. I got this spell.
Well, she's not gonna do any of that. Like she's all about just doing things immediately. So you're about to cast the spell, but she's already well on her way forward.
I guess I tried.
Niltaor is the second one. Like you turn around and you see that Niltaor's not there anymore. So
Vanished.
So Marky's just like So, like she's already moving forward, trying to scout out the position.
Kind of quiet. Well, I did cast it on myself, so at least I got that.
Okay, so
Marky and me.
your stealth, the challenge rating is 10, so your stealth is not as good.
Pass without trace.
Plus 10.
Pass
Pass without a trace on yourself. Okay, so
and me and Marky, actually, it's a cube thing.
Is it a cube? Oh, this is a cube. So it's a plus 10. Yeah, that'll be fine.
Sneak.
Okay, so are you guys staying low? Because she's trying to stay behind as much cover as possible, trying to stay as low as possible.
I'm fucking a squirrel.
Okay, so
not literally.
Let's see now we do encounter distance. About 20 feet. You move 20 feet more, and then you can see who you're looking for. So 20 feet, and then 20 feet ahead of you. It's heavy cover, so they could be right on top of you, and you might not even see them. It's starting to approach nighttime, which makes this battle much more dangerous.
But it's not nighttime yet.
Yeah, it's dusk, but it's approaching nighttime.
It's good enough. We only need like 30 seconds.
So,
okay.
Do you oversee what's happening?
Roll perception.
Well, hold up. I have to figure out which assets I'm going to pull out first, because there's so many. So, let me swap layers. So many choices. So, what you see is a little not what you expected, I mean. Of course you wouldn't expect something like this in the middle of a forest.
What the fuck is that? I can't even tell what that is.
Succubus.
Oh.
So you hear a female voice that's like, alright guys, let's be reasonable. Let's not do anything hasty. You want to keep your skin, right?
The hell?
And you see... Like, roll perception again. Let's see. Can you see beyond her? I mean, pretty much... She's standing in the open. There's a lot of trees between you and her. And
no,
that is... you guys can't see behind her. But you do hear another voice calling out saying, look, this is just a contract. You die, you come back, that's it. And she's like, how about we avoid the dying part, and you just go away and say you didn't see me.
I'm gonna crawl over and get a better look.
Okay, so...
I'm gonna do something servant and send in my hand to scout and report back.
So... You have to... What is her... Okay, so... She knows you're there. She knows you're coming. But she's acting cool and she's not doing anything.
It's perception against stealth.
Okay, so roll your stealth.
It was 19.
Okay.
It's there until
someone
breaks it.
Let's see, kinda. Because remember, she also has... She has a bit of intuition. She can sense presences. Not so much the magical essence, but she knows that, you're not alone in this forest, and that whatever's out there is, like, maybe it's a bit of paranoia, maybe it's a bit of magic, maybe it's a bit of just being a fiend. but she can sense that there is something else out there, and it's not a natural animal. I don't know what you're drawing, but whatever.
I'm gonna do insight to determine if I save this person, is she gonna be friend or foe?
Okay.
Is that fair?
No, it's not, because that's predicting the future. Insight is the current moment.
Can I determine if she's going to be nice?
No, not at all. Because for one, you're in stealth, and for two, you're kind of far away. Plus, in terms of demons, that could be 50-50.
Well, I mean, we helped a Lamia. We helped a Hydra.
Yeah, so... Yeah, but, then experience says that the opposite could be true also. I mean, they could help you if you help them. So it's really down to your discretion. It's like, do you help them and they potentially turn on you, or do you not help them and they might turn on you anyway, if they win?
I got powerful spells. I can... So, basically, 50 feet out from her, or it, whatever it is.
Hold up. Let me, This is, you're close enough, you have to roll perception again. Because you guys are getting closer, like everybody's getting in a position. Niltaor's kind of off to the side.
Damn it!
Okay,
6.
so you can't see beyond her. Whoever they are, they're also in stealth. So she's like in the clearing by herself, talking to the shadows. And somebody's talking back, so whoever they are, they're also in stealth.
Okay.
So who else has perception that they can roll?
Niltaor.
Yeah, Niltaor, you're the only other one that can... Let me check Marky. Marky has perception. Alright, so...
We have Olga.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do challenge rating, so... Boop. Okay, so above 10, so... Whoever it is, they're in very good concealment. Okay. Like, they're not trying to... Let's see, what about his perception?
Make Olga do it.
Yep. Olga's perception is currently not working. I can't seem to... It's, it's one of those hypotheticals. Roll. It's, for some odd reason, it's in there.
Tell me your stats.
I'm not going to roll from stats. Because that is not fixing the current problem.
Yes, but it's going to temporarily get us through this.
I don't do temporaries.
Fine. I'm still going to reverse their gravity. It's 50 feet out from her. And then 50 feet from
You don't even know where they are. You're going to be casting blind.
I know, but it's gravity, so if I do that, I'll be able to see them.
So you hope. So you hope.
Yeah, I'm just going to do this. And,
so...
50 feet out from her, and then 50 feet from her more.
But we are included in that.
It's 50... It's a 50-foot radius.
Yeah, it's right, but he's doing it beyond where she is, so...
Okay.
Again, it's this use of magic will likely give away our position, so...
But it also reveal them, hopefully.
Mm-hmm. So, calculated risk. Olga advises against it. It's like, don't do anything rash. But, you being you, she's not going to stop you if you try.
Well, if I don't try, how am I going to find them?
Okay, so... It's like, well, you could try going around.
I'm trying, but Jesus Christ, it's difficult.
Yeah, it's like it's stealth. Of course it's difficult.
Okay, I have spells.
Should we be having this conversation right now?
Okay, fine. Jeez, I'm gonna move up and do look here. I'm still a squirrel.
Yeah, so again, it's her perception.
I'm gonna do
still nothing. So she.
I'm gonna do a little chitter chatter like a normal squirrel.
Okay, so that's not a good thing because as soon as you jump up onto basically your squirrel in the tree, right, and you're in the open. Is that what you just did?
I'm trying to make ambient noise in the area.
Okay, but are you in the open and you're in visual sight as a squirrel?
No, I'm not in the open.
Okay, so
I am not.
So what happens is you see a damn it, this thing is still broken? I still need to redo all these macros. God damn it. Because it's malfunctioning in a weird way. It's saying, like... I pretty much have to go the hard way, which is I have to copy the asset, I actually have to not even do that. I have to destroy the old asset and create an entirely new asset to get rid of any of the complications. Because for some odd reason, it's not... Yeah, like the... Again, the crossbow attack is... There's a lot of stuff written in here, but it's not registering. And I don't know what's causing the issue, but...
You know what? I don't do chitter-chatter there, retcon.
Say what?
I don't do chitter-chatter, retcon.
Okay. You can't retcon that.
If it makes it easier on you, then yes.
No, I already got that. I've already fixed the issue. I found out what the issue was. Apparently, it doesn't like when you insert the word damage on damage part, so now it should not malfunction.
I'm behind the tree.
This is, you're behind a tree, so you're in cover, so you see a bolt shoot out and slam into the tree next to you. Definitely poisoned.
Oh no, not the tree.
So, and then it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, this is the succubus talking. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not get too antsy. It's just a squirrel. So, it's like, man, you guys are more paranoid than I am.
Hold on, I'm gonna check something. I need to know if I can cast as a squirrel.
Yeah, so...
I don't think I can.
At a certain level, I can.
Okay.
It's like last chance. You either give up willingly and you make it a swift death, or you end up dead very slowly and painfully. Make your choice.
I'm gonna move over here and do a perception check.
So you're just moving through, you're trying to get closer. Everybody's waiting, they're basically on edge. So you see, at least from where you're sitting, you see at least 6 people hiding in the trees. Some of them are casually leaning against the trees, other ones are standing in the trees, so they're out of visual sight.
Okay. This is gonna be worth.
So you say.
So bonus action, transform into human behind the tree. Action, reverse gravity.
Okay, so that would give you... Transforming into a human on top of the tree would give you away, so...
Behind the tree, I said. And then lean beside it and then cast it. So I have cover just in case.
They were on guard, so... they were... something different was happening. They were on guard enough to know that something was going to happen, but they don't have anti-spell. So, they have to make a dex save. So, this is...
But they're still going to be, trying to float up.
Dex save...
Fail.
Not work, so... They're trying to grab onto things, so they're starting to float. Let me roll their initiative. They're starting to float, but that does not mean that they cannot get a lucky shot and aim their weapons.
I'm behind a tree.
Yeah, that doesn't mean that, like I said, they can aim their weapons. Just because you're behind a tree doesn't mean they can't get a lucky shot off. I mean, maybe one of them's not at an angle where it's going to hit the tree. Wow.
They go up to 100 feet.
Okay, so Niltaor, you didn't have to roll initiative. Oh wait, yeah, you
Okay.
did. So Spicoli, you do have to roll initiative again. That's the initiative from the previous map. That was on the roster that I saw. Okay, so what is this all about? So you guys got to roll some. You guys have to roll your initiative again because you can't have the same number.
He has a higher initiative technically because
okay, yeah, because he's got a 7. All right, so we'll just go with
just
it. Boop.
do that.
Use that 1 to 1.
Boop. All right, so they're starting to float, and the assassins they immediately expect foul play, so they're trying to take aim. So they're taking aim at the succubus, and a lot of them are slightly. Let's see, how many of them are accurate?
They can't control their movements in no gravity.
They can't what? Control their movements in no gravity?
Can't move, but they can still shoot.
They can still shoot.
Disadvantage because they're like reverse gravity. They're getting pulled up, and it's difficult.
But they're trained assassins. I mean, they're used to. I mean, it's similar to trying to shoot in water, which is what they are trained to do. So, Out of the 6, 4 of them are accurate enough, but they will roll at disadvantage.
For me or for the succubus?
They're shooting at the succubus because that's their original target.
Short sword attack. You're doing short sword attack.
Yeah, so...
From no gravity. Or reverse.
Oh yeah, I forgot they had that. I forgot they had evasion. But they didn't succeed, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so they're going to roll...
Hard to just
roll
roll crossbow bolts.
Because for some odd reason the code was wrong. So they're at disadvantage.
Miss.
Well, you don't know her armor class yet, so... Let's not say anything yet. Let me analyze that.
I know, but no creatures is like less than 10, I think.
Okay.
Some are.
Says you.
Like black gooeyes. I know that.
Okay, so... That's 1. That's 2. So 4 of them are going to get shots off with their crossbows. Which is... Her armor class, she's pretty wily. I mean, like... She just kind of dances around the bolt like she does a weird... Like, she does kind of a spin and the bolts just go passively back. I mean, almost like she's on display.
And now they float up to 100 feet.
Let's see, what spells can I use in this particular situation? How about that?
What?
So, like, she does that, and then she does a gesture, like a kissing gesture, and then she tries to charm something.
One of them.
Yeah, one of the ones that didn't do anything, which is they tried to aim, but they missed. So, con save. Okay, so he resists the charm. So they can resist charm magic apparently. So but he still takes half damage. It's still 16. Plus he actually loses that health. Like it's a reduction of health when she does that.
Permanently.
Yeah, so it's a permanent reduction until they take a long rest, which is they're likely going to die before that happens. So now we're on to... So that was Spicoli. The assassins just did their roll. Niltaor, you're up.
Niltaor. You gotta roll for Olga and Marky, by the way.
Okay, well that was on your turn, so was Olga going to... Oh yeah, we have to roll their initiative, sorry.
I just said that.
Yeah. You said you gotta roll that. You gotta be specific, man. Specific. Like, roll initiative for these characters. It's very specific.
7 for Maggie and A.
Okay, so I have to roll her initiative, which is double-click that. Alright, cool. She got the worst initiative possible.
You rolled it twice.
Hmm? Oh, I did. Okay, so...
Just take the 10, man.
Alright, so... Spicoli, so it's Olga, and then Marky, so... They see the shit happening, they're gonna bum rush straight forward, like she's just gonna... She's literally gonna leap from cover into the nearest anti-gravity target.
No, don't go in that!
Okay, so... I don't know, is she affected by it? She is affected by it, so...
Well, she's on the edge, so...
Yeah, so... Not enough for her to... Let's see, is that disadvantage? No, that's not disadvantage. So she's gonna go with her claws, which is a normal roll.
You think you skipped me, actually?
No, we're not there. We have to go back in time because we have to put the initiative of them on. Because we went Spicoli, Olga, Marky, the assassins did their thing, and then so did the succubus, and then it's you. So there's a whole bunch of stuff we missed in between. So the claws hit, they impact, along with its stealth attack, so it's a 2d8. Which is another 15. So in one swipe, she does how much damage? 19 plus 15?
19.
Yeah, so...
That's what I'm saying. 19 and 15 are the numbers.
Yeah, so 34 in one swipe. Oh well, it's actually 4 swipes, but you know she's on top of the target, and now she's like, is she affected by the? Now she's affected by it because now that she's at the target's area, she's affected by anti-gravity, so which means she'll have disadvantage, and she has to roll Dex to not.
Can I use a reaction? Can I roll a
Hold on.
reaction?
You already used your reaction
Alright.
to change it to human to cast that spell.
It's a bonus action.
Use a reaction? No, because he wasn't close enough. You were at least 10 feet away.
Oh.
Okay, so, but her dex save is fine. I mean, she can grab onto things. Unless is yours higher than 18?
It is
What is it?
18.
It's 18. All right, so she
It's
saves
18.
herself and wait, what?
I just said it's 18.
Okay, so she saves herself, so she's able to grab onto things. Like she slashes at him with only one of her claws. The other one is trying to latch onto things because she's starting to float upwards.
She also kicks him.
Yeah, so she doesn't kick; she just claws.
She has sharp.
Yeah, she'll
feet
kick
claws.
later. So, and then Marky, seeing that, I don't know what he can do. Probably bane him. I don't know what it's. They're pretty much floating. So, what could he do? There's a lot of things he could do. I mean, what would you want Marky to do?
He probably not going to attack him, but he's probably going to give him a lower attack roll, I guess, or anything roll.
How about this? Is that always fun?
What's bad?
Oh, God.
Do?
Yeah. So I'm gonna send you back to whatever dimension you came from. I'm gonna send you some hell dimension.
Dude, I just remembered.
Yeah.
I could send people
So
to
he
hell.
has to roll a charisma save, but his charisma save is massive. So no, that's pretty much this target is rendered into another dimension. So he gets the blue, and now he's not on our plane of existence. He's incapacitated, and the spell will last for. So he has to concentrate to do this. So this is up to 1 minute, up to 10 turns. He can hold that target. So he grabs this symbol, he casts it forward, and then that target leaves the plane, and he has to hold it there for 10 turns in order to keep it like under wraps. Okay, so assassins went Niltaor. Now it's your turn.
Ah. Guess I'm gonna choose walk up a bit better side of them. Use one of my spells actually.
Okay. I forgot one last thing, which is he's casting, the way he's got it set up on this, he's casting it from a higher slot, which means I can cast it on one more target, which also has to do a charisma save, which is
Oh my god.
a failure also, because he's got almost max charisma. Nah, he's mucking only the bottom two.
That one, but yeah,
He can only do 2 targets at a time, not 3. Too many.
So it just banishes them for a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to banish them for 10 turns until he decides to bring them back, so.
Which he won't.
Okay, so Niltaor, what are you doing again?
disintegrate on the right target. Right.
Okay,
that one.
so you're going to disintegrate him. Okay, so that's
Dex
Dex
save.
save.
At disadvantage, I assume.
At disadvantage because he's floating, so.
A disadvantage.
Yeah,
Dex.
so bloop, that's a crit
Crit
fail. That's pretty much
fail.
insta-kill. So, you
Yeah,
blast
it's,
for, you basically, what do you point?
Well,
He-
do you
he
know?
plays He plays his loot and then he just dies.
Yeah, let Niltaor describe it. Niltaor, what are you doing to this horrible person?
Tom, you know the villain from DC? What like Superman's villain? Can't remember his name.
The Riddler.
There's a lot of
Oh,
villains.
Doomsday, no?
Yeah, what about him?
Doomsday?
No, not Doomsday.
Doomfist? No, just kidding.
Apocalypse.
But what about him? Apocalypse is from,
You know
oh, it is from Super DC, so.